chat just said go live, and then
there we go.
She said she's coming.
Mm.
So for some reason, I'm not
Be
seeing.
a little late.
Yeah. It's fine. So hello everybody. I'm not sure who's all in here. For some reason, it's not showing. Oh, there it is. It's showing 3 people in here. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Let's see if anybody else comes, and then we'll get started. And Miss Janice is supposed to be here with us too here in a minute. But we'll give it a few minutes and let more people join. Hey, Rosie Posey. So Jeff is here. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Dan. Hi, Ark. Hello, guys. And hey, Christopher. Okay. My count, my number of people count is not keeping up with the people in the chat. How many people is in the chat? And there's Chris. Hello, Chris. Waiting.
Chris.
Janice will come on. And hey, Mike.
Christopher.
He said rocking the hair, Brandon. Hey, Annie. Okay. There you are. There you are, Zim. And hello, Jamie. Did I say that right? I think so.
Yep.
And Dan says man bun.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So we've got 12 people in here so far. If Janice is going to be here in a minute, I really don't want to. She says to hold on, she's coming. So I don't want to start with that if I don't have to. Say what?
Told Janice to hurry up.
Hey, A-Frame. Hello, Henry. Can you guys see the chat? I know Mel can because she knows how to do it. What about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to wait on Janice, but she's taking her damn time. Hello, Peter. I'm doing okay. How are you? Let's see.
Who's Her Majesty again?
That is Janice. I think you might be in the wrong one.
Yeah, she's got to click the most recent one.
You have to click this link.
Yeah, send it again.
Hold on. I'm sending it again. I think she went to the oldest. Hey, J-Rock. I think she went to the wrong one, maybe. Waiting on her. Little family meeting from the Fish Fam. We'll see how that goes.
This is my iPhone charger. Oh my god, I have to search for the vape charger again.
I thought we had this figured out before we started. Come on, Miss Janice. Don't want to start without you, hon. You got it? I'm not seeing her, so. Maybe she's having difficulty, so. That's good, Peter. Doing great in his couch and a cold one in the hand. I got my own cold one.
Thanks, Annie.
Oh, yeah, it does look great, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll add her when she comes in. Hey, Eyeball. There's another person that maybe we should wait another minute or two. It looks like more people are coming in.
How many are there?
It says 19, but more people started chatting since then. It's being slow about catching up with how many people's in here, so I'm not really honestly sure. It says 19. Maybe I can check the YouTube one and see if that'll tell me.
The YouTube one's never good either.
Yeah, the YouTube one's not ever good either. Okay.
Read the link of the new one.
Yeah, I sent it to her in the group chat, and I said you got it, and she did thumbs up. So,
probably still figuring it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought she had it. I thought she already had it figured out, but apparently not. It's okay though. Okay, it says we got 21 people in here, so we probably got a little more than that. Because it takes forever to catch up. All right, we'll just add her in. Okay, now I'm kind of getting a little. Okay, because this is first off, this is a sensitive subject about predators and people that do bad things. So if you are sensitive in any way, you can't handle it, then you might want to click off now, because we're going to get into this conversation and really, tell how it impacts us and stuff. So, let's see. Just wanted to wait on Janice, but okay. So I'm sure most of you by now have heard about Gabriel from Gabriel's Glass Boxes. If you haven't heard about him, he was causing a lot of problems, begging, scamming, stuff like that. But that's not really the issue. We have found out that not only was he conning and scamming people, but he is a sexual predator. He has been charged with misconduct with a minor? No, something like that. I'll show you guys later. Anyway, he is a registered sex offender tier 3, which means that it wasn't any accident. He didn't slip up and pee in the park and got caught or anything like that. No, tier 3 means you've done something violent and they think you're going to be a repeat offender. Things like that. So a lot of times it's things like children and violent rape and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to let Brandon tell you guys a little bit about, I want to reassure you guys that we did not come by this information out of malice. We did not we weren't looking for something to cause problems for him. It was a total innocent thing. And I'll let Brandon explain how it started to you. But I also want, when we're done talking about it, I will show you what I found on his criminal record, which is kind of confusing, but at least it shows the pertinent information. And then we'll talk about how it's impacted us as a community, as a person, why this information even impacts us at all, considering we're an online community, things like that. And I want everybody to get involved that wants to get involved, tell what they need to say. If you want to turn it into a bitch fest about him, I'm okay with that, because I don't think he deserves any less anyway. So, but I'll let Brandon tell you how we came across the information and stuff like that. So go ahead, Brandon.
All right. So it started in about like September, and like we were watching one of our community members' live streams and all that. This person's always there. And whenever like one of our members of this community disappears randomly, like stops showing up for like an extended period of time, it does start to get us a little worried. So like when this happens, there's been a couple times where if somebody stops showing up, I would Google their names to make sure there's no obituaries or news articles saying that they were involved in an accident and they died or something. I've done this with when Janice stopped showing up to the live streams, just to make sure, because I'm weird like that.
Nosy.
That's how I found out Janice killed a guy. Just kidding.
Don't say this stuff.
But just kidding, by the way. That was a joke. She didn't do nothing. But anyway.
That we know of.
Gabriel stopped showing up to the lives. He disappeared for a couple weeks. And about a week into his absence, I Googled his name and I found, like, one of the first things I saw was list of registered sex offenders in Ohio. And I clicked on that link and it gave a description, but this website had no photo or nothing. It had the person's age and height and all that. I did not know how old Gabriel was. I didn't even know where he lived. But so like I told Shirley, like, hey, like, look what I found. But then we both kind of like blew it off. Like, okay, well, we don't know if that's the same Gabriel because there's no picture and we don't know much about him. So we weren't able to confirm that it was him. So this is like maybe the end of September, I believe. Like, I don't know dates exactly, but it's been about a month, like a little over a month now since I found that. Mm-hmm. And then Gabriel, like, he reappears.
Technical difficulties. Uh-oh, Mel, we can't hear you.
But yeah.
Oh, wait.
Anyway, what happened is he did, because I asked him, like, hey, are you okay? And like then like 5 days later, he responded like, hey, everything's good. Okay. He told us he had been like in jail for a couple weeks because for driving under suspended license. But I told him, like, I brought up how the fact, like, oh yeah, I was being a little weird. I Googled your name to make sure you didn't die or something. And then that's when he told me like, oh, TBH, you might not like what you find. And I was like, that was pretty much in my head, like my aha, confirmed moment. But then like he gave me the story, like the BS story that turned out to be BS. He said like, oh, it was a misunderstanding, 16-year-old girl with a fake ID. And like I blindly believed it because I know stuff like that happens like to people, and it's kind of unfair, to be honest. So like I blindly believed it, and I didn't say anything to anyone because I didn't want to embarrass him about it. And the reason why I didn't say anything the first time around, I only said something to Shirley briefly, but I didn't want to like bring it up without confirming that it was true, because you don't want to ruin a guy's reputation for nothing.
No.
And that's a really bad thing to be spreading about people, especially if you don't know if it's true or not, and then you have it turn out to not be true, and then you ruin the guy's life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he basically confirmed to me that he was a registered sex offender, but I didn't know the true extent of it. And then when this whole thing, like all of us in the community started talking, and he was like, like hitting people up, panhandling for money and shit, and like even going as far as to ask people for money, even if it was their last $10 for the month. Like, I was just like, screw it. Like, I'll tell Shirley again, like, hey, I did confirm that it was true. Like, this was over this past weekend, like last weekend. And she was like, we should tell the community. And then we go to the group chat where you're doing digging.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just that first, because remember you said you told me the story, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. I mean, first of all, he's in his 40s, so if he's messing around with somebody that needs an ID to say they're legal, that's a little creepy anyway. But whatever. And then I was like, but that doesn't sound right. So let's look at the levels. Brandon's like, levels, and I said, yeah, there's different levels of sex offender. There's level 1 who's for things like peeping toms and peeing in the park and getting caught, things like that. And then level 2 is things like statutory rape, what else, like different things like that. Just they're not considered violent, and they're not really worried that you're going to reoffend. But tier 3 is for the big predators, the ones that have done some violent, severe, something sexual crimes, and they fear you're going to repeat again, and it will list that you're a repeat offender. So I went and looked. I looked up the sex registry, the sexual predator registry, the sex offender, registry. And sure enough, it showed him there with tier 3. And I went back and told Brandon, I was like, no, that's not right. I told him about him being tier 3. I said, we need to tell the group, and, stuff like that. Russell, it looks like, wow, looks like you weren't here when we first started. We figured out that Gabriel from Gabriel's Glass Boxes is a registered 3 sex offender in Ohio. And, well, it's a national thing, but he was in Ohio. That's what we're discussing right now, and letting you know how we found out that information. But anyway, so we decided to tell our group chat and told them. And, of course, they were a little upset that we hadn't mentioned it before, but they understood why, because we didn't want to spread a rumor if it wasn't him. That's not even, if you get a whiff of something like that, even if it's not true from somebody, it taints how everybody looks at him, and not everybody may know that it wasn't true. So when you start saying stuff like that, you have to be 100% sure that stuff is no joke. So we didn't want to say anything until then. And so we, so like I said, I looked it up, and I was able to actually get his criminal record, which is kind of confusing. Sorry, my Alexa. This is the record is kind of confusing because it doesn't give any real details, but it does say his charges. It does tell how many counts, the date that he was charged. It does not look like he served any jail time. But hold on, I will bring that up and show you guys what I'm talking about so you can see it for yourself.
But he told me that he served 4 years in prison.
Well, he might have. Like, I have no clue because it doesn't say on there. It's very confusing. It says I'll show you guys. Okay.
Yeah. Lots of stuff does get what'd you say, smudged or what was the term for it?
I can't think now. Distorted. Does that sound right? That's what I'm going for. Okay, here's the criminal record. All right. Oh, let me start at the top. Okay, I'm not going to show you all that. That's his address and phone numbers. Although, if you guys want, if any of you want to see this in person, or you can get the court transcripts too to give you more detail. I personally did not want those details, those extra details of exactly what he'd done. I didn't want them, so I did not get it. Now, after reading the court records, I kind of wish I had, because I think it'll tell more details and stuff. But again, there's details in there I did not want to have to go through to find the details I wanted. So there's a few things like this one that says Gabriel whatever his last name is, criminal, and it doesn't give any specific offense. But it said down here where it says common pleas, I believe that means he pled out. And that was in 2012. And then this one, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, 3rd degree. That was the charges were filed in 2016. He was charged in 2017. And it says multiple offenses, but received 1 disposition. That means he was only charged for 1. Again, common pleas, which means he pled out. And this is what the life of a child is, apparently. $922.76. Woo, expensive, right? And then there's another one that shows that he was convicted of sexual battery. This was in 2017. Not really sure what that is. It doesn't really tell, as you can see, it doesn't really tell anything more than that. Yeah, so these don't give a lot of details. It tells his name, where he was at, his birthday, stuff like that. And then let's see, that was some sort of, I think that's driving under suspended. It was 2023, which is not relevant. And then this one says the same thing about sexual battery in 2017. So I'm not sure if that was an additional charge in 2017 or if it was the same charge they're repeating. So I'm a little confused. This is kind of confusing because it just lists different charges and stuff. This one is just criminal traffic thing. And again, another traffic thing. Apparently he likes to drive. And this shows his arrests. Let's see, right here, he was arrested in 2019. Okay, I think that was, it doesn't say what he was arrested for.
But
Not really.
Screenshots from before, right?
Say again?
You have the screenshots from like his mugshot to like his offense.
Yeah. I have. Oh crap! I don't have it on his computer though. But if anybody wants, like I said, anybody wants any of this stuff, I've got the screenshot of the sex offender registry that shows he's non-compliant, by the way, which means he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And when I called, I did my due diligence to make sure I wasn't going to get in trouble, because I had a lot of people telling me, oh, you have to be careful what you say because, you could get sued for libel or defamation of character, all this other stuff. So I don't want criminal charges, especially on his behalf. But I really felt that our community, especially since so many people were giving him money and sharing information with him, he has my personal address, my mailing address, which, because he sent me something in the mail, sent me a crocheted dinosaur. So, which I'm probably going to give to my dog because I can't do much more with it. But anyway, so again, he was arrested in 2017, August 29th. Oh, no, that was when it was updated. Same day. It shows the date that he was doing the sexual misconduct was 2017. So apparently sexual battery. My apologies. Let's see. And that he was, okay. Is everybody getting this okay? I'm having I can't see the screen, so I don't know if can't see the chat. You guys, is everybody okay seeing this in the chat and everything?
Okay, but look at this. This sounds like a kangaroo court making assumptions without full facts. I want no part of this. We have screenshots of him being labeled.
Dude, yeah, go look at the sex offender registry. He is listed in the sex offender registry. I've got showing you the criminal record. Oh, shit. Django, go. Anita.
What?
He's messed up my camera. Can you fix it, please?
Yeah.
It looks like they can.
Well, unsubscribe if you want to, Russell. I mean, I mean, you don't have anything to worry about if you're not on the sex offender registry. That's the only reason I'm bringing this up. Because I feel like you people giving him money, sharing personal details, deserve to know that you are giving that information. Plug it in, make sure it's plugged in, to somebody that's a sexual predator. People with kids don't want to deal with that. So if you want to unsubscribe because I am telling people so he doesn't hurt someone in our little family, then you go ahead and unsubscribe. I don't need your subscription anyway. Have fun. So screw that. Get pissed off because I'm showing you proof. This is not something we just decided to tell people. Again, we didn't say anything before we had these details confirmed because we did not want to do that. You can kangaroo court all you want, but hop away, whatever. Anyway, hey mom, it's still not working, is it? Damn it. Anita, it's not. Unplug it and plug it. Let me see if it'll. Sorry, guys.
Like,
Freaking dogs plugged it.
Like, I don't take this the wrong way, but I do believe that the screenshots we had, like, were better, like, than this record thing. This record thing looks a little, like, confusing.
Yeah, it looks weird, but sorry, mom. It's just somebody told me it was a kangaroo court and that he didn't want any part of it. So, and that he was unsubscribing because of this. So, I mean, which is fine. Did you set the thing on here?
I think what everyone needs to understand is that you're trying to give everybody all the facts.
Exactly.
And
I just
keep
want
everybody safe.
You have Facebook on your
yes. It's not showing it again. Hold on. I'll just use my. Oh, it's never mind. Hold on. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, we did not, Neil. You may. I don't know if you want to stick around or not. People are apparently not liking it, but we found out that Gabriel from Gabriel's Glass Boxes is a tier 3 registered sex offender, and that's what we're discussing now. So as you can see on the screen, we've got his arrest record. I'll put it up. Let's see. I'll put the pertinent information up so you guys can see which one we're talking about that's important. Well, there's this one, the sexual battery, but the one that I'm more upset about, well, maybe not more upset, but okay, there's the sexual battery again. This one, unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, 3rd degree. Multiple offenses, but received 1 disposition. That means he was charged once. Again, if you guys think that the whole reason we told you the story of how we found it is so that way you would know we are not just throwing this out here. We're not trying to ruin anybody's life or anything. You guys deserve to have all the information. You're giving him money. You're giving him personal information. He has even went to other people's lives and talked to children there and was trying to get information from that child. So it's not like this is a not harmful thing. Like sorry, I'm a little upset now.
It's okay. I think knowledge is important, and everybody needs to know who this guy is and who they're dealing with. Exactly.
Especially, like I said, giving him personal information, personal, what do you call it? Yeah, personal information, giving him money, helping him out. I mean, with all the people, when we told them that, everybody's like, well, I wish I hadn't given him that, all that money. So, yeah. I mean, people were giving him tons of money. He was sending people. Neil, it's a little, he's currently registered on the sex offender registry. He has to be on it for life because he's tier 3, which means he's the worst of the worst, But the 2 times he was convicted of it was, I believe, 2016 and 2017? I think is the record said. Hold on, I can. Anyway, so it may not have been recent, but he's the thing said he had multiple complaints, but he was only charged with 1. Janice, you're not in, it's not showing you up. Maybe you should go out and, did you click go into studio? Because you have to go into the studio. Maybe that'll work.
You have to press the enter studio button.
Yeah, gotta enter studio. But yeah, this is not something we did lightly, guys. We took time to research it and make sure we weren't just talking smack and causing problems. Because like Brandon said, this is heavy. This is not something you even want to whisper about with someone until you know for sure. because like he said, it could ruin somebody's life. And who knows if people believe it or not if you tell them, oh, well, I was wrong. So they're always going to look at that person like, oh, God, look what he did. But we didn't want to do that. So we confirmed it, got the information. I called the sheriff's office where he reports to make sure that I wasn't going to get in trouble for outing him. And he's like, no, he is definitely on the sex offender registry list. He said he's definitely, tier 3 predator. You have every right to tell everyone what he has done, because that's the point. Once you offend, especially tier 3, you have no privacy anymore. You have to update your address and phone number and all that every 60 days. You have all these things you have to go through. And he said specifically, yes, he was a sex offender, and yes, he is on the registry. And that we could tell everybody. And I don't want you guys giving him money and stuff. If you guys hear this information and you still want to have something to do with him, fine. I will not have anything to do with that. If you're going to have something to do with him and have him in your life, please don't message me. Please don't. I don't want to deal with it, because anybody that does that condones it. And I don't want to be around people that do that. That's just me, maybe. But Neil, I'm sorry, he may be reformed 6 years. What age was he convicted at? He's 40 something now. So go stop. Oh shit, he did it again. Django, go later.
Something.
Huh?
Is he stepping on court?
Nope,
Oh,
we
okay.
lost Shirley. She'll be back.
But
Yeah.
like what
Like
we
we were
just
saying,
showed,
this is not a fun topic. So I mean, like, it's gonna upset people, which is why we told everybody at the beginning.
Fix the
Yeah,
camera. And then take
like
him
what
out.
Russell was saying, like what we were just showing on the screen should be enough, but like what we had screenshots of that Shirley's currently unable to show because she's on a computer, while the stuff we
Right.
have is phones. Like it actually literally has his label tier 3, and then you can look up the list of things that you have to do to end up on tier 3, and every
Right.
single one is really bad.
There it goes.
Yeah.
It's working.
Anyway, so no, Neil, I didn't say you were trying to film. I'm sorry. I'm a little worked up about this. I have been a victim in the past and many times and many years, and it is not something I take lightly, but it is also something that I feel like everybody should have the information and be aware of, especially when you're giving details. So I'm sorry, Neil, if it came across that I was being defensive. I probably was, and I did not mean it. But in my opinion and my thoughts and from my experiences, that if you're a sex offender, especially a child sex offender, you don't get reformed. And it's not like he said, this wasn't like it was statutory rape and he made a mistake. No, you don't make a mistake when you molest or rape a child. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. And anybody that makes that choice is not going to be, I'm sorry. I don't believe they can be reformed. I've never, and I've been around plenty of them, never seen one that's ever been reformed. So, I mean,
One thing I'd like to add, is that like that story that he told me where he slept with a girl who was 16 and showed him a fake ID, that would not have landed him on tier 3.
No, not at all. That would have been statutory rape, which would have been at the most probably tier 2. So unless he was violent with her and and she said no, but then it would be rape, and it wouldn't be a mistaken, ID thing. So yeah, exactly, Neil. If he's 40, like I think 42 or 43, something like that. He was born in 1977, I believe
47.
his records say. Huh?
He's 47 years old now.
Okay, 47. All right. And then so 6 years ago he was still in his 40s. He's not.
I think it's important to reiterate that the entire point of this whole conversation is to let people vent who are taken advantage of by him, give everybody the facts on who this guy is who's been creeping around the live streams, because knowledge is power, and it's how you're trying to spread the word to everybody, because if we don't know, like the meaning is to protect everybody.
Exactly. you guys are giving him information, and like I said, he even went into to somebody else's chat that if they're here, if they're here and they want to tell you who it was, they're welcome to, but I'm not going to call any names out. He went into a chat and a child was in there, and everybody knew it was a child, but he was asking for information, trying to get the kid to give him information so he could send him some crochet dinosaurs or something. And I mean, so that indicates that he's not exactly on the up and up, So, like, and I know, so why is this important to us? Like Mel said, because we're an online community, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I mean, because we're not victims, so to speak, in that regard. But again, he's getting information and talking to your children and stuff like that. And I think everybody should know before they allow him to see this. So, and yeah, exactly, Mom. I have my kid on the live, and yeah, see,
also, on top of that, like he could have been talking to that kid on that live stream to actually like send him crochets and all that, but also like as a registered sex offender, he's not supposed to have contact with minors.
No, not at all.
A job in like customer service, and he like has a 16-year-old come to the counter to purchase snacks or food or whatever. Like, yeah, there's really no way out of that. But like, he's not supposed to be talking to children online.
Right.
They are on strict probation for life.
Yep.
And when it says that he's non-compliant, that means he's violating parole or probation. Yep. Like, because they have like to go to meetings or have like Zoom call meetings, and like they have to do all kinds of things to like follow their probation. And yeah, Janice again.
I'm trying to get her in. She's
here, but I also do wish that those chats from him were screenshot, because
I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it. Like, based on what we've already heard and what we've seen, I wouldn't doubt it.
Right.
Like, if only you could show those screenshots that we have in our group chat.
Well, if you give me a minute, and I might be a little absent, if you give me a minute, I will try to transfer them to my computer and show you guys what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second, and I shall do that. So I'm going to, you guys go ahead and chat. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to stop the camera. So.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead.
All right. But, oh yeah, Sweet Acres, that was in your life. And I do kind of want to know, like, you don't have to tell me stuff that you don't want to tell me, but which live was this in? Like, did you block him too?
I don't know. I personally wasn't harassed too much by him. I mean, he asked me to send him some of my baby sword tails. But he personally didn't go after me too much, but a lot of us, he did, like a crazy amount of people.
Yeah, and he's the reason why, like these other channels, I told him, like, hey, if I send you guys donations through Zelle, like, don't thank me publicly, don't say anything, like, keep it a secret, like, don't tell anybody, because every time, like, they would say thank you, Shamu, like, they would, like, soon after, he would come asking me for money. And like, I did avoid it for the longest time by saying, like, I refuse to use PayPal, it doesn't have that great of security, I only use Zelle, that's it. So that's how I avoided it for the longest time. But after he kept pushing, I finally downloaded PayPal, and I've sent him money twice. But on top of that, like, I figured out that, like, he was, after we all started talking, like, amongst ourselves, like, I realized, like, he would give the same or similar stories to multiple people, asking for the same amount from multiple people. And like, the right thing to do when you ask multiple people for money, like, let's say you need $25, like, as soon as one person sends you what you need, you should be telling the others, like, hey, never mind, Brandon already got it.
Right.
But no, he just took it from everybody. So like, he collected way more than what he needed. It's kind of like how, like, as kids, I know a lot of us, when we're kids, we tend to do this. We'd be like, hey, Mom, I need $20 for lunch this week. And then, like, you secretly go into the other room and you say, hey, Dad, I need $20 for lunch this week. And they both give it to you. And you have, like, double the amount of money you need.
Yeah, he was using us as, like, an income, I think.
And he was doing it on other channels and other people's Discord
Yeah.
platforms that we found out. So
Yeah.
it spread way beyond what we thought it did. He was panhandling pretty much. Like, I understood, like, once we found out about the sex offender stuff, we understood, like, okay, that makes sense why he, like, hasn't been able to find work. But you still can find a job even with that record. You just have to not be picky with it. You're gonna end up, sadly, with one of those shitty low paying jobs. You just have to take what you get.
Right. Okay, I have these screenshots. Give me 1 second to open it so I can show you guys.
Yeah, he just took advantage of everybody's kindness in here and like our close knit community, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, if I send you guys donations, you actually have to be poor. Like, if you're middle class and you're asking for donations, like, what's wrong with you? Come on.
Brandon.
Okay, let's see. Middle class. He's a little prejudiced against the middle class. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Trying to get my earbuds to work.
She says, Sweetacre says one of my koi by the campfire lives. So, that was the live she was talking about. Okay, let's see. I am going to share the screen with you guys. Show you where he's listed on the registry in case you guys don't want to look it up yourself. Okay, see, as you can see, it shows his name where I've got it highlighted, and it shows Tier 3 sex offender. It shows all of his information. It shows his address if you guys want to know that. Oh, no.
It's so small, though.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, whoa, here we go. Is that better, guys?
Oh, yeah, that's much better.
Okay, so you can see that better. Sorry, I didn't realize it was so small.
That address is probably not up to date. He just recently got evicted, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, though. Somebody told me that somebody was sending him something at that address. So if he's not living there, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point. But yeah, as you can see, it shows his name and it shows his level, Tier 3 sex offender. Okay, let me show you the next one. This shows that he is non-compliant. And that right there's the email for the county sheriff. And it says, to report the information on the whereabouts of this information or this vendor, please email us. So, and when I called the sheriff's office, he asked me, he said, do you know where he's at? And I'm like, no, dude, I'm in a different state. I have no clue. So he said he can't do anything about kicking him off YouTube or anything like that. But if he's caught doing something that is not, he's non-compliant, if they can find him, that's the scary part. If they can find him, so, and then here, let me show you the definition, if I can find it. Here's what it shows. Someone who's been convicted of a serious sexual offense and is considered a high risk of public safety. Tier 3 sex offenders are required to register as sex offenders for life and must comply with certain reporting and verification requirements. And then...
You're on the same original screenshot.
I am?
Yeah, you're still on the first screenshot.
Well, what the hell? Okay, let me try this again. Sorry, guys. Let me go back and figure that out. Stop sharing. Okay, let me try this again. I guess I'm going to have to do it one at a time. Let's see. Okay, here is, we showed the sex offender registry, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so here's the one where it shows he's non-compliant. And it shows that, they're looking for him. And here's the email if you know where he's at. And then, let's see, one more. Try this one.
The list of offenses.
Well, this one is the definition of what Tier 3 is. And then I'll show the list of offenses. Okay. There's this one right there. Someone who's been convicted of a serious sexual offense and is considered a high risk to public safety. That's the definition. Everybody got that?
Uh-huh.
I want to give everybody time to read it so they can see it. Okay, and then where did it go? Try this again. And here's the here's the list of offenses that they can. I'll show you that in just 1 second as soon as I do this. Okay. Oh, here we go. And I'll zoom in and up and down. Okay, some examples are rape, aggravated sexual assault, child molestation, repeated sexual offenses, non-parental kidnapping of a minor, which we all know he didn't do that, sexual acts with another by force or threat, sexual acts with another who's unconscious or involuntarily drugged, and sexual contact with a minor 12 years or younger. So,
So
as
he's
you
the
can see,
worst of the worst.
he is. Yeah, that is. It's not, like I said, it's not some mistake with a kid who had a fake ID. And again, even if
And
it was,
we've I mean, we've shown you guys the proof. This isn't just like hearsay anymore. We want you
No.
guys to be informed. We want you guys to be safe and informed, and we want to keep it family friendly here, as much as we can. But I think it's important that everyone gets to share, get it off their chest if they've been taken advantage of by
Right.
this guy, and we can start healing and move on.
Right. And I mean, and like I said, like if you want to continue giving him money, that's fine. That's on you. Or if you want to keep him in your life, that's fine. That's on you. But we felt that everybody needed to know who they were talking to. So you'd have an informed decision. And again, if you, with that informed decision, want to keep on going, that's on you. I'm good without talking to any of you. So, let's see. Okay, Neil says post the reporting link. That was an email. If you'll give me a second, I will post it in the chat so that way you guys have it. But that's if you know where he's at. If you guys email or want to email him and tell him that you are sending money to or sending things to that address, then maybe maybe they can look for him there and stuff like that. But yeah. So give me a second. I shall post that link.
Yeah, another thing to add though is like we could provide but we don't want to see those details. Like we'd rather not. Like this should be plenty enough. But like we could pull up like the court transcripts or whatever that would reveal like the fine details of exactly what he did.
I think we have enough.
We shouldn't we have to show that. Like that's
gonna I don't have that anyway. You have to go. I think you have to go to your sheriff's office or whatever. You can go to your local sheriff's office or police station, ask to speak to a detective, or you can call them. I believe you have to pay some sort of like printing fee or whatever, but I believe they can, actually I know because I was told by somebody who was in law enforcement, you can speak to a detective, they can give you the court transcripts, and let that way you can get all the details. I did not want the details I would have to wade through in order to find the information I needed. So I spell it.
But I think it's important that like everybody, even in this community, there are scary people out there, and you need to be careful.
Yeah. Okay, JeffersonCountySheriff.com. I'm trying to type the email in so that way everybody has it. Wait, I didn't spell sheriff right. That would have been bad.
Sorry, eyeball.
Yeah.
What did I?
He said GED teacher.
He's saying that he was trying to relate with eyeball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, like whenever he was gone for those 2 weeks, he told me he was in the hospital, and that he was recovering. So it's like I don't know. He had a story for everything, I guess.
When he told me that that he was in jail for 2 weeks because he was caught driving without with a suspended license. Like now thinking back at it, like maybe it was a probation violation, possibly. Yeah. Like because
parole. It would be parole. I think. Wait, no, parole's after you get out of jail. I don't even know if he spent any time in jail. So
probation,
I
believe.
Unfortunately.
Right.
Probation.
That's what really got me is seeing that record where it said he had multiple complaints, but only one charge, and then he pled out and he got a 900 and like what was it, $77.23, I believe, or something like that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, the punishment is not enough for predators.
And
no, especially not tier 3.
You know it's real bullshit? $900 is what I had to pay after I got caught going 105 in a 65.
Yeah, I watched a man get freaking, I think it was like 10 or 15 years for having a certain amount of marijuana that was over an ounce. And then right after, a kid, well, he wasn't a kid, he was an adult, he was in his 20s, pled guilty to 4 counts of sexual assault, and with some girls that he admitted to. So he pled guilty to them, and they gave him 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah, the
So
punishment does not fit the crime.
No, not at all. So like, so does anybody have anything we want to add? Like, I know everybody's quiet in here, everybody's watching, but I mean, if you want to get out your, you know, how your experiences, the things that you've dealt with him, go for it. That's what we're here for. It's an open forum, so we can all get it off our chest and just not give him any more thoughts in our mind, because he's not worth it. So let's get it out and not give him any more space in our minds.
After this, everybody knows we've presented the proof. You know, everybody, it's not in question who he is. You know what he's done. You know, after tonight, we can just move on and heal.
Yeah. Right. And again, if you want, sorry, go ahead.
And we do ask that the people in the chat, like, don't do anything stupid. Don't throw your life away with them. Like, don't. Not worth it.
Just protect yourself. Protect yourself. That's the whole point. We're not trying to cause him any like harm or anything like that. We just want you guys to know so you can protect yourself. Now, I will put my email in the chat, so that way, if I don't know if anybody has my email really, so that way if you guys want what I have, I will definitely email that to you. Or if you want to go yourself, just Google Sex Offender Registry, National Sex Offender Registry. Go look him up yourself, so that way you know we haven't doctored any of this. You can get his criminal record. Again, all you do is talk to a detective, and I don't even know if you have to call and talk to a detective, but call your local police enforcement and pay. I paid $5 for it, and you can go online and get it too. Just don't go to one of those weird scammy places. Anyway, so you can go online and get it yourself and look through it and do your own research. If you are in any way reticent about what we're saying and have any problems with it and you want to do your own research, go for it. We'll give you what we've got if you want it, and and then you can go from there. So hey, we got one person who's happy about us telling them. You're welcome, Henry. I mean, again, I don't. Somebody was.
How many are here?
It says 22. There was up to 27, but apparently we lost some people. I'm assuming Russell's probably one of them, but that's on him. I don't really give a damn.
I expected that.
Didn't he?
You,
like for something?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fun subject, but I feel like it was important.
Yeah.
Warning.
Yeah, we talked a lot about this before we decided to bring it forward. And I had people telling me, I had someone tell me that not to do it, not to say anything, not to tell anybody, because it's not on me if he hurts somebody. But I don't believe that. I'm sorry. If I know something that can help protect the people, especially you guys, I care about you guys. This is a community. I've never had so much support in my life as I have had in this community. And I do not like the fact that you guys are giving him personal information and stuff. Not that I don't like the fact that you're doing it. I don't like the fact that you're doing it without knowing what and who he is. And I think you should have all the information. So, exactly, Ivel. We need to learn from this situation, watch out for each other. And if someone is getting harassed, please reach out to another member. Exactly. I think that's one of our biggest problems, is that everyone that I've talked to so far has said that they didn't want to cause problems. They thought maybe we knew about it. Not the sex offender stuff, but the scam stuff. They didn't know that we knew about it. Everybody was getting harassed by him. Yeah, nobody was saying anything because we didn't want to cause trouble. We didn't want to cause waves. But so I think we need to start talking to each other a little more. We experience this stuff, and instead of feeling, don't want to cause problems, no, you gotta tell somebody, because like I said, you may be surprised. Hey, that's happening to me too. So,
and also just like one person said, if you are being harassed by somebody, you got a problem with somebody being uncomfortable, go straight to the person in charge of that channel. And now, they don't want somebody making other members feel unsafe. Now, no. But like they said, if you're a little old lady and you feel uncomfortable and unsafe because there's a black person in the room, that's a whole different scenario. That's you are the problem in that situation. Right.
But if it's actually dangerous, like this information, or if somebody's scamming you, begging, panhandling, that kind of thing, and somebody asks you once, it's fine. It's kind of not classy, but no. I already see what you're doing. Sorry, but
That
you know,
dog.
yeah. Um, so I mean, yeah, I can see if it happened one time, maybe twice to somebody, but from what I'm seeing from these people, it's happening repeatedly. And when Brandon was saying taking somebody's last $10, that was my deal. I, well, as you can tell by my channel, I live without much money, and he had asked me for money, and I want to help people. If I've got it and somebody needs it more than I do, I'm gonna give it to them. I don't, I try to help people. And so when he told me he needed money, I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I would love to help you, but I literally got $10 from me and Anita to live on for the next 3 days or 3 weeks. And he goes, I said, next week, maybe when I get a little bit more money, I can give you like $4 or $5. He goes, oh no, that $10 will help. And I said, I can't give it to you. That's all I've got. And like, he literally spent the next 10, 15. Anita, will you please get him? Go.
And that's the kind of shit that drug addicts do.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Anyway,
don't think there's anything wrong with us helping each other, but I
Right.
mean, that's different what he was doing. Like, I feel like we need to, this is part of us looking out for each other,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stop.
having the hard discussions.
Is Janice still having a hard time getting in here?
Well, I think she just messaged me. I haven't seen her, so oh yeah, hold on. Crap, I hope I didn't miss her when she first texted me because I feel bad now. But yeah, this is come on. Technical difficulties again. Okay, she is sent me the link to StreamYard.
By the way, when Russell said that shit earlier, like that's why I was doing this and like going like this.
Yeah. I mean, I could see if, like I said, we were just saying, hey, this is what I'm saying. He's this and that, but
We
we
heard
have
this.
proof. Yeah, exactly. And it took us.
We know this.
It took me and Brandon a month to even tell anybody because we were not sure. We didn't even mention it to nobody.
But if more people had come forward earlier and we had, caught this sooner, a lot of us would not have been taken advantage of.
Yeah, and we might have looked into it a lot sooner and found out. So I mean, it's really a situation of, like I said, we got to talk to each other. So
yeah.
Okay, Mike D says something about FU talking about Russell. What do you mean? Like, is he telling us?
Joking? Is he joking with us?
I don't know.
No, I think he thinks that we were
Bad mouthing Russell or something.
He thinks that we were bad mouthing Russell, but that's not what we were doing.
No, I was just telling him that he didn't agree, and so whatever. I guess whatever. Some people are I knew people were gonna get mad about this, but that's why I wanted to get the proof and stuff. So I mean, I could understand if he was upset because we didn't have proof, but we were showing criminal record and him being on the sex offender registry. So I mean, again, if you want to do your own research to make sure we're not making stuff up and doctoring pictures and stuff like that, that's fine. I am happy. I will give you whatever information you need so you can do your research. But don't just dismiss this as us gossiping or spreading rumors. Please at least do your own research. So, yeah, exactly.
We have all the screenshots we need.
Yeah, sorry.
We have all the screenshots we need. It was plenty enough. Like, if you want the court transcripts, get that yourself. Like, we don't want to scar ourselves even further, seeing the details, of exactly what he did to a child or something. Ugh.
Okay, Mike clarified. He said, what the fuck Russell talking about? Sorry, he was doing the water change while we're talking. Okay, that's fine, Mike. Yeah, Russell got mad, said that we were just spreading rumors and that he was unsubscribing, which kind of pissed me off. So I told him to take a hike. So that's fine. So
now look at this one comment saying, what if I ask for that big, beautiful aquarium behind Shamu? Okay, well, if you can come in here, scoop all the fish out, take down the tank, and carry that tank out all by yourself, go for it. Good luck.
Right. Oh, so
everyone wants your tank, Shamu.
Jeff says, question. So if he makes a new channel, we know he asked for money. Exactly. Also, I hate to call it out because this person hasn't really necessarily done anything, but Harley, I don't know the last name. What is the dropping stuff again, Brandon? Is his girlfriend or lives with him or something like that. So chances are that if she's there in your lives or whatever, he's there too. So you might want to verify that's not an issue. If if you're taking us, seriously. What if he's in here right now, Mike? Well, I was kind of hoping he would show up so that way I could block him in front of everybody. I don't know. Or I was kind of hoping he would start something because he has really got me all up in arms with this. Like I said, I've personal experience. It's a personal trigger for me. So, I mean, if he's here, he's not saying anything and I have no way of seeing who's all here unless they comment. So
but he will not be able to get in this anymore.
Right. No, as soon as this is over, I'm going and blocking him from my channel completely. So he will not be able to have anything to do with my channor. None. And from what I understand, a lot of people have already blocked him. So
the only reason I haven't blocked him like on Discord or YouTube or anything yet is because I freaking dare him to like try to start shit with me.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too.
Like if he shows up at my house or something, I'm like, I dare you, buddy. Like,
right. Let's do this. Yeah, somebody was telling me like, be careful, don't say anything. He could come. I was like, first of all, we all know he's broke. So unless somebody sent him enough money to finance him coming to my house across the state, I think I'm safe. But two, let him come to my door, see what happens. Because somebody can whoop my ass with a wiffle ball bat, but I would take one down for him. Like I would. So I would risk it. And then they were telling me it wasn't on me if he hurt somebody else. And I'm like, yes, it is. If I have information that will keep somebody safe, keep some, especially children safe, I'm not going to hold that. I'm not going to hold that in and just say, "Oh, not my problem." Because
hey,
to me,
Shirley, Janice just messaged that it won't let her in still. Janice just messaged me.
Maybe it's because
I don't know why.
have 2 people in here. Maybe it won't because I don't pay for it. Maybe.
No, it should let her in.
I thought they would. Yeah, let me see if I can invite her again. No, it won't let me.
Can you send her a whole new link?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I think it's the same link, but I'll send it to her again.
I figured maybe I'd get some fish up on the screen, just a little bit, something nice to look at.
Right. Here we go. Try it again, Janice. Try it again. Ooh. So, okay, there we go. Maybe that'll work. Did it send? Of course it didn't.
Yeah, she has to copy and paste the link, Zany. That's
yeah, Janice. Copy and paste the link into your Chrome browser. It's got to be a Chrome browser, apparently. So copy and paste that link into your Chrome browser.
Maybe she's on Apple.
She's on it. She said she was on her MacBook, but you can but you can download Chrome, which she might have. She might have to actually do that. So I don't know. Yeah, Zine, we need to. Yeah, we copied and paste. I gave it to her so she could copy and paste. And Janice or Sweetacre says, "Is she allowing Chrome to have access?" That's another good point. Janice is on iPhone. Okay, do you have? That's the wrong one. Do you have the Chrome browser on your iPhone? What do you say?
Pajama Party.
StreamYard app.
Yes, Dan, you are definitely doing a pajama party because we are going to need it after this.
We need it. Yep.
Get it. Yeah. So I was really reticent about doing this. So
Janice, get the StreamYard app. That's what I'm on right now. I'm also on an iPhone. The internet browsers, they're crap on iPhones. Not going to lie.
Right. Hello. We told you, Dan. Yes, you're doing a pajama party. Steve says he'd pay you to bring him to Baltimore. Things happen around here. Just saying.
Don't throw him, though.
Yeah, he's not worth it. Just protect yourself. Yeah. And besides, we can't tell you to do that anyway because we will not be liable for anything that happens to him.
Also, like, they have protections, unfortunately. But yeah, there are protections. You can't just go out and kill a pedophile. Like,
I mean, you can, but you just got to not get caught. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Or catch them in the act.
Yeah. Well, almost in the act. Don't let it go that far. But
Mom, if you say something that could get you in trouble, just say in game.
in game, say it in game. Anita says if you say something that's going to get you in trouble, say in game. Things happen in game.
Yeah. If you guys have StreamYard on like Android, sorry, we can't help you with that. You guys are weird.
I can. And all you have to do is go to your Chrome browser in Android. It's easy. Yeah. And one of the reasons I'm not a big iPhone person.
You're superior.
My mom's all like, I don't have any issues, and I have iPhone. Oh, wrong one. Oh yeah,
or
or
allegedly.
Well, Mom,
Allegedly is my favorite.
I know, right? Mom, are you actually trying to get in the studio? Because that's a different story than just watching it. So, anyway, so yeah, anybody got anything like they want to throw out there? Any experiences, issues, any of that? Now they're talking about iPhones, apparently.
I hate Apple.
Yeah, me too. Sweet Acre says, I know how stressful this was on all of you. Thank you for speaking the truth, even if it upsets some people. Knowledge is power, ignorance is bliss. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that, Sweet Acres.
Thanks, Sweet Acres.
I do, because it's not been easy. It really has not been. Despite what it may look like with us jumping on air and doing this, it has not been easy, especially, I don't know about the rest of them, but especially for me. So
this was definitely for you all, like we don't want anyone else taken advantage of.
Exactly.
We don't, we just want everyone to have the knowledge that we have.
Yeah.
Like we're saying that like Gabriel's gonna come over there and grape you or something, but like
right, no.
Like,
but
for money,
grooming
like,
your kids. Grooming your kids like he was doing on Sweet Acres live stream. And then Kathy says the combo, by the way, hello, Kathy. The combo of money scamming and pedophilia can be tragic. Exactly. So, and Steve says, first time on the stream. Welcome, Steve. This is a good one to start with, I guess.
This is your first stream.
Yeah, sorry about that. Most of them are pretty fun. And we are doing okay. Could be better with this whole information, but we're doing okay. Thanks for asking, Steve. Let's see. I don't see if anybody, and they're still talking about iPhones and Android. Rosie says, and just to say, I'm proud of you guys for being strong and letting the fam know. Thank you, Rosie. Yes, it means a lot to have the support from you guys. So, because again, this is not easy, and it was not something we just threw out there we weren't being malicious when we found the information. This is not information that we just, decided to say unsubstantiated. We have the proof. Again, if you need that proof, my email's in the chat. Email me. I will hook you up with it, and you can do your own research if you'd like, or anything like that. So, just let us know what you want, how we can disseminate that information, and you accept it. So that's all we want for you guys to know.
And if this isn't enough for you, like you go get the court transcripts. You guys got to get that shit yourself. We are not going to scar ourselves any further. I've already read enough things in my life that I cannot unread, so I'm good.
Yeah. I'm just knowing that he's a predator, and I gave him money and all this, and nobody knows. That itself was a trigger for me. I did not sleep for 2 nights because of this. At least 2 nights. I had to take sleep medicine after that, but it's not easy. It's a major trigger, and I did not want anybody conversing with him, socializing with him, giving him information without knowing what we know. So,
and this isn't like the whole Michael Jackson thing. Like, like we don't know. Like we truly don't know about that. Like he got acquitted of all the charges and all that, but then again, he was also filthy rich. But so we don't know, and he's dead now. So like the Leaving Neverland documentary. Like, it's called Leaving Neverland. Those guys go into details. It's horrific. If you're sensitive to that, don't watch it. But even after that, we don't know because
I won't be watching it.
He was acquitted.
Yeah, because they could have. He's a rich guy. They very easily could have just been paid to say that or said it to get money. I'm not saying that's what happens, so don't anybody come at me. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But with this guy, we have got, and it shows on his record that he pled out. So he pled guilty. So it's not like he was saying, "Oh well, I'm going to plead and just so I can get an easier sentence." No, he knew they had proof. He knew it was an issue, and so he only got charged with one because he pled out instead of however many offenses that he was complained about. Come at me, bro.
Called a plea,
Huh?
called a plea deal, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, I know. That's why I said he pled out. But
Said he
yeah.
did 4 years in prison, but like we couldn't find that. Like and like you said,
No.
lots of some records get like hidden or like
Yeah.
expunged and like
Right. Yeah, but his record, it should have shown on the criminal record. It says record of federal inmates. It should have been under there because even if his record, first of all, would have been expunged until like years after he, whatever. And I don't even know if they expunged tier 3 criminal sex offenders or whatever. Don't think they do. But even if it had been expunged, it would show record of that he spent time in prison underneath the federal prison database, whatever that we had on the criminal record. It showed him under there. So, yeah. So I don't, unless I'm missing something, I don't believe he spent any time in prison. So,
in state prison.
yeah. Well, yeah, but sex offender, it's a federal crime. So I don't. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think he would have went to a federal prison. I believe.
Yeah, but while a little confusing, like it was there, that tier 3 registered sex offender label was on him.
Yeah, and the multiple counts, one charge. I mean, that's very clear. So,
and all the things you have to do to end up on that list.
Right, and then he was convicted of sexual battery too, like either the year before or year after. I'm not sure which one was which when we showed you we showed you guys on the criminal record, but. Yeah, so I mean, it's not something we're making up. You can go check it out on the Sex Offender Registry. Don't remember the website address, but you can just look up National Sex Offender Registry, and it'll take you straight to it. You can call the sheriff in that county, or email that sheriff or email the email that I put in chat to report that he's wherever he's at. You can ask them; they will confirm it. It's public knowledge. They will definitely confirm it. I couldn't say it for a minute. Cecil says no, he would have went to a state prison. Okay. All right. I mean, I believe you. Like I said, I don't know, but I thought that because it was a federal charge that, you're probably right. I mean, there's a lot of things I should have looked up before we did this, but my head's been spinning. So, yeah. But yeah, so he may have served time and it just not showed because that just said federal. That's for the federal prison. So he may have actually spent time in state prison, which makes more sense because who would admit they've been in prison unless they had? So unless they're trying to get street cred.
But that's so stupid.
I did time.
I agree, Mel. That is really stupid. So anybody?
You know why I'm cool? Because my record's squeaky clean.
Oh,
that's why I'm cool.
Well, if you guys disappear, I'll be searching your names to make sure you guys are not dead.
Oh,
do it.
Might not like what you find. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
So, do you have the keys? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I had to throw that out. Okay, she's texting again. Okay. Hold on. Poor Janice. I'm sure she's got something to say. All good for some reason.
I know. She's been trying to get in.
Oh, yes. Enter the studio. Janice. Not every. Enter.
Mike D. Well, Mike D, we need your full last name. It just says Mike D. Like, there's a lot of Mike D's.
Right?
And there will also be a lot of people with the same exact last name as you. So, like, that's why, like, with Gabriel, like, I didn't say anything right away because it had that website I first saw didn't have any pictures of him. And I didn't know much information about his age or where he lived and all that. So, like, I didn't want like go around saying like, oh my God, I found this guy, his name on the registered sex offenders list, but I had no photo or nothing. And then watch it turn out not to be him. And then like, I just ruined a guy's reputation for nothing. So
yeah. Right.
We waited until we like legitimately confirmed it was him.
Yeah, we did. I mean,
what offense it was.
Yeah. I spent like seriously 2 days. Yeah. 2 days of not sleeping and just searching and searching and searching. And yeah. I mean, that's what I found. Ah, there she is. My Janice.
Took me long enough.
You got her.
I know, right? Click the enter studio.
It took me long enough.
You
Only took half the stream.
Oh, shit. I do have his last name and address. I think I threw the box away, though, so I don't think I have it anymore. That goes to show you. See, if I was trying to get malicious information off people, I'd be keeping that stuff, but I'm not that way. So I'm very, very careful, especially about something like this. to put that out there because that is not even a joke. It's not even funny.
So
So-
Janice finally won her old people versus technology battle.
I
Janice, you
knew
need
were
a
gonna
nap?
say something.
Victorious.
Yeah, she won. She needs a nap now. I took my nap
I already
earlier, so
took
we're all
a
good.
2-hour nap for crying out loud. I did the job, and that was it.
Yeah.
Passed out, and I think I messed up the brain. But finally, you had to let me in, so I was waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
That's why
Well, you had to click the enter student. You have to actually click the
I
button.
did over, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, the bitch isn't letting me in.
No, you weren't showing up on my screen. So yeah, I was being a bitch. I was just like, Janice don't need to be up in here. No,
yeah, I'm here.
Steve says trials can be elevated to be tried in federal court trials can be elevated to be tried in federal court to be sentenced to a federal prison. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't have a lot of experience since squeaky clean record. Don't have a ton of experience with the court systems, like other than on being on the other side where I was a victim, and that was totally different story. So, Rosie says typical Shirley. Yeah, that's kind of no. Yeah, spreading rumors. That's what I do. I'm a gossip.
We do.
No,
what we do best.
I think Brandon's more of a gossip than I am.
Excuse me?
I said you're more of a gossip than I am.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
He likes
I
he's
talk
got a
down all three of you guys all the time to other people.
Well, we wouldn't expect anything less.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Janice, did you have something you wanted to add about this whole situation? Anything you want to throw in there since you've been gone this whole time?
I've been listening the whole time. It's just that, the same thing. He tried to,
Yeah.
tried to do the same thing to me. You
Yeah.
know, he private messages you, and then, the sleaze bag just knows, how to get to you. It pisses me off. I almost sent him money, but thank God I contacted Dan,
Yeah.
and I got a warning, and then you start getting warnings from everybody else. And then when he posted on Discord that he wanted to do a fundraiser for what?
That's
And
what I
knew
said.
it was. I knew it was for him.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, you asshole. Excuse my
Gabriel.
language.
We're talking about Gabriel, by the
We're
way.
talking about Gabriel. Yeah.
Because he said Dan at first, and like you contacted Dan.
No,
Well, he
I
said
said
he-
in Dan's Discord.
Yeah, she contacted Dan about Gabriel
I
sending her
contacted
money.
Dan, yeah.
Yeah.
After I
to
saw
clarify.
that, that's when I contacted Dan. So
Yeah, see, people, that's what I found out with talking to people and letting them know about this, because I did not plan on doing this live this way. Like I had planned on doing a live about something else and maybe mentioning it. But the more I found out, like when I got his criminal records, stuff like that, I was like, no, we got to talk about this. And the more I talked to people to tell them about it, the more I heard, I wish I hadn't given him all that money. So apparently he was getting a lot of money from people and multiple people. So, I mean, it seems like that was his source of income. So, Janice is doing something.
She hit a button.
She hit a button.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, she did it on purpose. She's getting that technology, man. She's winning.
Okay.
Hey, I'm getting with the program. The problem is that he was gaslighting a lot of people. And the thing that
Yep.
scares me is, what if he goes on other channels with younger kids, and tries to pull
Yeah.
this shit,
Well, that's what we were talking about with Sweet Acres. He went on her live and was, and was
Exactly.
talking to a kid, trying to get the kid to give him information. And it's not like he didn't know it was a kid. They knew it was a kid in there. So, I mean, yeah,
he's
obviously
gaslighting. He's just gaslighting
Yeah.
so many people. And
yeah,
what-
which indicates. Go ahead.
other
Sorry.
thing I'm worried
Cecil-
about, I'm wondering if anybody knows. Could he just sign up as another name and get in?
He
Yeah.
could, but I mean, I
He
think
could.
we know if somebody started.
Well, I know what he sounds like, so I would recognize it.
Well, not only that, he'd probably be begging people for money. I don't think he can give that up if he thinks, because it's apparently been pretty lucrative for him. He's taking advantage of this
Apparently, yeah.
community. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think
But
that's
I
something.
think, everyone's just got to be, more vigilant.
Right.
You know?
Don't be
And-
afraid to
and
help
be
your family,
careful,
though.
even in this community, there are creeps.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Mel was saying earlier, though, don't be afraid to help your family. Just make sure that you know who
they
you're
are.
helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
we
the worst
definitely
of the
don't want
worst.
him to change us. We shouldn't let him change us,
Yeah,
but we should
yeah.
definitely keep an eye out for each other.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Janice?
I don't know. My senior brain let go.
We're anyway, okay. Yeah, like Mel was saying, don't let this make us a closed-hearted community, because that's one of the things that I really love about this community. When I was telling people,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I heard, we've got you, we're behind you, we're blocking him, we're not, we're behind you, which for me was very epic and overwhelming all at once, because I have on multiple occasions had to tell somebody, this person has, violated me in whatever way. If you're going to have something to do with them, I can't be around you either, because I'm sorry, but how are you okay with knowing that person, socializing with that person, when you know they've hurt somebody that's supposed to be close to you? I've had to draw that line more than once, on more than one occasion, sadly. It has never went well for me. I am not kidding you, not a single time. Every time it has been, not my problem. I don't, or something. What was one of them? I don't want to get between you. There's no getting between. There's no getting between. So it has never been good for me. It's never turned out well for me when I've had to do that. So when you guys stood up and you had my back, like, I was so seriously overwhelmed. I cried for those 2 days, like, seriously. And I'm not a big crier. So when I got the first one back that said I've asked him to leave, I didn't realize, honestly, until I heard that, how much I was prepared to just be like, I'm sorry, guys, I won't be part of this anymore. As much as I'd love to, I can't be here. I just was prepared to do that. Didn't realize how prepared I was. And then when that was said to me, I didn't realize how much of a relief it would be. Like, I was on the phone with the group chat, on the video with group chat, and I just busted out crying. And they're like, did he kick you? And I was like, no, he kicked Gabriel. So, I mean, I'm not sure they understood why I was crying, but it was pretty overwhelming for me. So it meant a lot. So please do not let him change you. Be the good-hearted people I know you are. Amazing, good-hearted people. And I love all of you guys. So don't let him sour you. You're great people.
Yeah, I lost a whole night's sleep over it.
Yeah.
I could
And I don't
not
think
fall
anyone
asleep. It
feel
just,
bad
my brain wouldn't
or,
let go.
feel bad that he did take advantage of. I don't think it's something to feel bad over. It's just something
No.
to move on from.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, especially because all that does is tell you that you're a good person. You're helping somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem. The victims are usually the ones that are the good people. It's, the good people are the ones that always get hurt, which sucks. That doesn't mean you should stop being a good person.
Right.
Right.
So anybody else with more to add? Anybody? It looks like Brandon is, he has,
Brandon's frozen?
frozen.
Okay,
Yeah.
now who's the senior?
he's too young to get this technology, I guess. But
My hair
There
freaking
he is.
driving
He's
me
back.
nuts.
oh my god, he's such a primp. He primps all the time.
Yeah, he's
Drives me
worse
crazy.
than,
Like,
than it.
it
He's more
froze
pain
out.
than
Worse
every
and
time.
worse.
But this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
Oh, what, like that?
It's all poofy and Jewish looking. Like,
Oh, jeez.
Brandon, you should braid it.
oh,
Yeah.
no. Stop it. This is what happens when I use shampoo.
Well,
Oh.
never.
Well, what else you can
You should probably continue to do that though, because I mean that's kind of hygiene.
Well,
But
you're not supposed to do it every single day.
so anybody in the chat, anybody watching want to throw anything out there, you can, like I said, you can turn it into a bitch fest for all I care. I don't care. Whatever it takes to get you guys healing and to make this the last of it, because he does not deserve any of our headspace. He does not deserve any of our time and attention. Let's get it out there. My mom said that Jean, her husband, was laughing at you, Brandon.
Yeah.
I told you guys about him and the stroke and all that, so
But,
I don't care.
oh, yeah.
So,
Hey, be civil though. Like, don't start the whole like lynch him. I'm like,
Yeah, we're not starting a lynch mob. We're not doing that because that's everybody will get in trouble for that. So if you're gonna do something
Just
like that,
giving
keep
you
it
an
to yourself.
opportunity to vent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just say what you got to say. I really don't give a flying what it is you say. Just don't threaten violence because, yeah,
Yeah.
at least not out loud. Allegedly.
No alleged here. He pulled it. He pulled it off, and he pulled it off good.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah. Somebody actually told me. He said, "Yeah, he's quite the con man. I kind of admire him a little bit." And I was like, "Yeah, well, here's some information." And he's like, "Damn, I take that back."
Yeah.
Dan, I will tell her you said hey when she comes back in. She went to go ride her bike, so which I told her was cool because this is probably a heavy subject. She doesn't really need to. She knows all about it, but she doesn't need to be part of this if she doesn't want to. My dog is in his crate, Rosie, because he kept unplugging my damn camera.
Mhm.
So anyway, so I mean,
I gotta stop looking at my damn self on the damn screen. It's like, oh, what the hell?
vanity 'tis thy name.
Frizzy today.
Yeah,
But-
just don't look at it.
Yeah,
Look at somebody else. Stop looking at yourself.
put a ball
I know.
cap on or something.
I know what to do.
Oh God,
Enjoy the fish. Enjoy the fishies.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
On myself.
So it doesn't it does not seem like anybody has to say. Chad is kind of quiet on it.
Yeah, I know.
They're actually discussing everything else, but so it looks like that. I mean, we are ready to move on. Maybe. I mean,
I'm ready.
I am too.
I'm
I
ready.
think we're out of it. So if you guys have a topic you want us to discuss, we can discuss it. If you don't want to continue, we can go and do something else.
We can cut it short and go to Dan's pajama party.
Well, what about
Yeah.
No, just
Exactly.
kidding.
Yeah,
Rosie,
sorry, Shirley, but Dan's better than you.
oh,
I'm just
You
kidding.
watch me-
Hi, Bob,
watch me
don't
kick.
you dare.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
I love you
Brandon.
guys equally.
Oh, you're supposed to love me better. I'm just kidding. Anyway, all right. So, Mike D says he's ready. Pajama party. That's right. You know what? Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes. Anybody else have anything to say they want to add? You guys have probably had plenty of time to work through this. You might already know about it. Have already known about it. So if you've had time to work through it and you're done, completely fine. If not, you have something to say, throw it in chat. We'll throw it up on the screen and show, we'll all talk about it. But if nobody wants it, then we'll just go and have a party. We'll go to Dan's and have a party and we'll talk about weed and smoking and fish and all that shit. So,
I think
awesome shit.
I don't
So-
smoke, but I think I'm gonna.
Right? But Dan is going to have an after party. He's going to have a live so that we can all just party and hang out and just kind of clear our minds from this stuff. But
Yeah, get the
Wanted-
subject out of our head.
yeah, but I wanted everybody to have the chance to have the outlet and to know, because that was the important part. If it might take you time to process it, especially if you had a lot of dealings with them, it may be hard for you to process. Completely fine. Take your time processing it. This is my cathartic way of getting it out, getting it, letting everybody know. Now I feel better because I know I've done my part of informing everybody that I care about, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on. So what do you say, everybody? Throw your votes in the chat. What do we want? Do we want to keep talking or do we want to go to the party? Bring your own drinks, by the way, and weed.
Eyeball's ready to party.
Eyeball is ready to party. It looks like Mike is too. I think he did.
Yep, party
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Okay. Party
We can
time?
go-
What do you think,
we can
Dan?
go
You ready
into
to
a
party?
dance
Well,
after- we can go up
Thank
and
y'all for
enjoy.
coming though, and
Yes.
not, sitting through the hard topic with us.
Mom says he doesn't deserve any more conversations about him. Let's party.
That's
Yes,
right.
let's do
I
it.
hear
All right,
that.
we'll
And
do
then
that.
we'll go-
Thank you,
Hi,
guys.
Cecil. We'll go to Dan's and
Yes.
nice natural looking tanks and chat and everybody get high and get
It's
over it.
scheduled for 6 minutes from now, so we better, we either better go or we're gonna be fashionably late. But thank you guys so much for coming, bearing with me.
Yes, thank
Again,
you.
if you want any of this information, contact me. Happy to send what I've got. You can do your own research, whatever you want to do. So let's go party. Have a good night, guys.
Have
See
a
you
good
soon.
night, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you at Dan's, guys.
Yep.